Ah, the warm analog sound of Neve. Rupert Neve. He's an old guy, but he's got golden ears. And even though you may not know who Rupert Neve is, you've heard his work before, guaranteed. Whether you've listened to Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix, maybe Drake, maybe DaBaby, orchestral recordings, he's all over it. His imprint's on everything. And I just got something in my email, which was really awesome, from Noise Audio, and they've developed something new and amazing that takes that Neve sound to the next level. Let's get right into it. This week's plugin of the week, Need Audio console EQs and preamps. Let's roll. So first things first, you guys get a little sneak peek at a song that's unreleased that's coming out under Radium Records very soon here by Rose Above. Really excited to share it with you. I'm going to play it from the pre-chorus where some guitars come in, and I'm going to show you this Need series on guitars because, come on, 1081s, 1084s, 1073s, all the 10 series stuff is amazing on guitars.
'Cause she's a bad little bitty burning up the city. She's a bad little lady in a murdered out Mercedes. Oh, ooh, I don't think I'm ready for you. 'Cause she's a heat wave.
All right, so these guitars are clean and they're sparkly, but they're just not popping out on the mix. Like, they just feel like too tucked back and too not so interesting. They're kind of just back there, you know, glistening. Let's get them to shine and sparkle and come forward a little bit on the sides. So I've bussed all the electric guitars to their own bus, and we're going to open up the 1084 console EQ, the Need 1084. And the GUI is absolutely beautiful, 100% stunning. Thank you, guys. Let's go. Can we give a round of applause? Crowd goes wild. All right, let's check it out. This is the interface. We got the gain knob. It's 10 series style stuff. We got the pad. We got the preamp on off. We got the drive on off, which is cool, right? We can drive this thing. Filters on off. I don't need filters. I'm not going to worry about that. EQ on off. So they have an on off for everything, which is awesome. I love that. And then it looks like the EQ section. They got the high Qs, classic stuff going on here with the 1084. And we got the output gain. This is all the output faders here. We got a left or mono section, and we got a right or side section, which is cool. It's got mid-side. Love it. Mid-side mode on off. You can switch that on and off. It looks like you can link or unlink. So let's do that because we want to bring these guitars into the sides. Let's turn on mid-side mode. We want to pop the sides out. And it looks like there's a view also. So for left or right or mid or side. So you're basically viewing middle here, and then when you switch this, you're viewing the side. So, or you're viewing left and right independently if you unlink them. Okay, so let's check that out, and then analog on off. Let's see. Here's the test. I'm going to turn the speakers up real loud, and let's see if they're just putting noise into everything. Doesn't sound like it, so that's awesome. Sounds like they probably did some cool programming so that the noise either comes on when stuff's played or it's actually a process of algorithmic. So that's be a lot better. And this is really awesome. Nuance deviation, just like any analog gear, no one piece is exactly the same as the next piece. So they have these kind of like, if you want to have deviation between the left and the right or the mids and side, you can have one, you can have two, you can hit random, and you're just going to get random console EQs or console pieces. Think of it as like you have all these different channels on a console, and I'm doing channel 15 and 7. Okay, so I just hit random. Let's go 4 and 6. Great. And let's start to widen these out. I'm going to worry about the sides here, and I'm just going to boost a little bit of this 4.8. I love this on a 1083 or a 1084, 1081, any of that. This area for guitar is going to be awesome. Let's check it out.
'Cause she's a bad little bitty burning up the city. She's a bad little lady in a murdered out Mercedes. Oh, ooh, I don't think I'm ready for you. 'Cause she's a heat wave. Fire is her type. She's a freak babe. Lady of the night. She's a heat. 'Cause she's a bad little bitty burning up the city. She's a bad little lady in a murdered
doing exactly what I think of when I think 1084 EQ. That 4.8 range for guitars, like amazing. And sometimes I'll end up going down to the 3.2, right? Like, so let's check these. Let's A/B between these two.
'Cause she's a bad little bitty burning up the city. She's a bad little lady in a murdered out Mercedes. Oh, ooh, I don't think I'm ready for you. 'Cause she's a heat wave, fire is her type. She's a free babe, lady.
So yeah, there you go. The 3.2 kind of has a little more girth to it, kind of pushes forward a little bit more in the mids. 4.8 kind of pushes the guitars up a little bit, which is kind of cool. So there you go. That's this this plugin. I think this is dope. If you want to drive it, we can drive it. If we want to take down the middle and push the sides more, we can do that, right? So let's just try this. Let's just drive it a little bit. Let's take the EQ off, or maybe let's just give it a little bit of EQ, right? And we'll high Q it, and then we'll do just some drive on this, and let's push it and see if we can distort it a little bit. I'll also solo the guitar so you can hear this really well.
'Cause she's a She's a bad little bitty burning up the city. She's a bad little lady in a murdered out Mercedes. Oh, ooh, I don't think I'm ready for you. 'Cause she's a heat wave.
Awesome. So you can get the guitars out of the way. That's exactly what I would use this EQ for on guitars, which looks really fun. It looks like a preamp. Let's drive the guitars with this. Let's see what this sounds like. Typically with Neve preamps or EQs, there's always like a little threshold, like they're actually fixed and stepped in the vintage mode, so they're 5 dB gain, like click, 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 click. So typically you're like click, and then you go click one more, and it's like, you know, it's like distorting, and it's crunchy. So I'm just going to listen to this. You could switch between the modules as well, 1073, 81, 84. Let's start with the 73, and let's start to drive the preamp a little bit on these guitars.
'Cause she's a bad little
Really cool, guys. Really cool. So what I'm noticing is the 73 classically is going to distort at like a higher high mids vibe, like around that, you know, 2 to 5K kind of area, right? The 84 is just creamier, right? So it's distorting more in like the mids, and they've probably programmed it so it has the filters and everything. And the 81 is kind of in between, right? That's what I hear from my ears. I'm listening on Amphion 218s, custom amps, tuned room, and it's just very, very obvious what these things are doing in the different drives. So that's really awesome. Good work with that, Noise Ash. You guys killed that. Like, it's exactly what I expect out of a 1073 versus 8184. Let's check out these other plugins real quick here. And we have the 31102, the preamp right from the console here. So this is a very, very cool console EQ and preamp. And then we also have, and this is cool because the trilogy is kind of like showing you, hey, you get the 83, 73, 84 sort of thing. And then you also get, with the full bundle, you also get the 31102. So this is going to be the full module. You're going to have the preamp gain. You're going to have the EQ. This is like the console, right? And this is awesome as well. So you have a same thing, mid-side mode, stereo over here, the output gain. Let's see if we can do something with this. Let's just drive it a little bit. And this has different, no, it looks like the same EQ settings. So let's go to the 4.8 on this, and let's just drive this a little bit like we were doing on the last one. And we'll go into mid-side mode and go to the sides, and we're going to drive, again, this 4.8. And then we'll go to the middle and we'll take that back down. Make sure this link is not on or else this won't work. I just noticed that. So if I hit sides, middle, now we're unlinked. We're good. And let's see what this can do.
Burning up the city, she's a bad little lady in a buttered out Mercedes. Oh, I don't think I'm...
Okay, so I'm noticing right away that this fader thing is actually just the output, okay? So it's not having anything to do with the mid side. What you have here is you have a balance knob for the mids and sides. So, and let's also turn the dirt on. I didn't even see that. That's sick. So they got a little dirt on vibe. All right, so I'm going to push it more into the sides. Let's check this out. I'll go from middle to sides, and let's just tap in and see what that sounds like.
'Cause she's a bad little bitty, burning up the city. She's a bad little lady in a buttered out Mercedes. Oh, ooh, I don't think I'm ready for you. 'Cause she's a heat wave.
Very cool. Love this feature. This is amazing little mid-side balance knob. I'm not sure if that's on the console or not. Don't know. I'm not rich as fuck. I can't afford a 31102 console, right? But that's about it, guys. There's a lot of really cool plugins in here. And if you're looking for a different kind of Neve vibe that's more affordable and sounds amazing, breaks up the same way that a Neve actually does, and you're not trying to go spend $8,000 with the real thing on a vintage preamp from Neve, or you're not trying to go spend $300 a plugin for the UAD stuff, and you want something a little different and distinctive than the Waves sound, highly recommend this stuff. So that's it right there. You guys killed it. Noise Ash, appreciate it. Appreciate the plugins, and let me check them out before they're even out. You guys, if you like this stuff, subscribe to the channel. 80% of you guys watching this right now are not even subscribed to the channel, which is ridiculous. We're going to be always dropping great stuff for you. Short form, long form content, live song reviews, and the Radium podcast, of course. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Till next time.